The first step to creating the ideation process is to understand the need gaps that you're trying to fill. Now, what this does is when you understand the need gaps, this goes back to our points of user centric design and understanding the user's needs and aspirations. When we understand the need gap, we are better able to define our areas of opportunity and the white spaces that exist within the context of the problem, right? So now this puts it into a framework of or which direction you need to start ideating in. Now, as a process, the first step to ideation is to gain inspiration. Go online, look at the works that you admire. Look and find things that people have done. Now, there is a word of caution where you shouldn't be copying them or you shouldn't be copy pasting what they have, but recontextualize it to solve the problems that you intend to solve. Through the ideation process, you can apply divergent thinking. What this means is that the more ideas you have, the better it is. It is very important in the ideation process early on to not be able to judge your ideas or as good, bad, and ugly, right? That is the next process which can be defined by the idea selection as well as the prototyping. But when you're within the ideation process, it is imperative that you just put down all the ideas. And when it comes to ideas, quantity over quality. What this means is most often the first few ideas you come up with is going to be repetitive or stereotypical, right? So it makes sense to actually go on and on ideating, and it's only later in the process that you do see valuable ideas emerging. Now, when you do have these valuable ideas emerging, you should be taking it into account and putting it into a certain context. If you ever feel stuck with the ideation process, it could be interesting to apply certain frameworks, right? So, frameworks like brainstorming and lateral thinking can add a certain kind of edginess to your ideas. Apart from this, interesting frameworks that you can look into are Scamper or Worst Possible Ideas. It is important to remember not to use all frameworks everywhere. The point of using frameworks is to contextualize it to the problem that you're trying to solve and use the framework as a tool. And just as much as you wouldn't use a hammer to stitch your buttons, you wouldn't use all frameworks for everything. You would contextualize the right kind of frameworks to the right kind of solutions. I hope this helps.